Hello, my name is Karen Havens, and for my policy creative project, I have chosen to look a little further into the issue of Americans with disabilities. I have conducted an interview with my uncle who has a disability, and I hope you enjoy the information and education he has to share based on his personal experience. Thank you.
Can you tell me your name and the nature of your disability?
Carol Elsie. I'm 69 years old. I have bilateral amputee, both arms, result of an electrical accident in 1970.
And what are some of the things that you've accomplished in your life in spite of your disability?
Well, I'm happily married, have 2 children, 4 grandchildren. I completed a college education after my injury. I've served in volunteer fire department status for about the last 30 years. I've also was elected as tax assessor in the parish that I live in, Louisiana. Served there for 16 years and I'm now retired.
All right. And are you familiar with the Americans with Disabilities Act? And if so, how's it affected your life?
I am, and I think it's certainly been a positive effect on my life, on my career, as well as others that I know about have been associated with. I think it's done lots of wonderful things. I've never been one to complain about things, but if I had an issue that I feel needs to be addressed, my personal feelings is in a lot of your public places, the doorknobs, round doorknobs, personally give me a hard time. Some of them are not easily opened like they would be if they had a handle on them. I realize that many or most of your disabilities are wheelchair related, but mobility, and I think there's been a lot of great accomplishments in that area. And I guess if there's one thing that if I would like to see it, doorknobs, opening and closing of doors in and out of buildings and restrooms.
Okay, thank you. And through the years, we as a society have used many different terms to refer to people with disabilities. In 1990, when they initiated the Americans with Disabilities Act, they started using people first language and referring to people as people with disabilities. How do you feel about that terminology? And if you felt it needed to be changed, what would you change it to?
Personally, it doesn't affect me. I don't think about being disabled. I guess you adjust to your situation. Obviously, there are things that I cannot do, but as far as the term, I don't really have an issue with it. I know that it probably sounds better to myself and a lot of others, to use a better terminology.
Okay.
Than disabilities, but it doesn't really bother me.
Okay. And what advice can you give to others who are living with a disability?
Stay positive. Try not to think about the negatives. Just keep your chin up. Just do what you have to do to overcome it.
Very good.
I know there are issues and difficulties. Fortunately, my wife has been with me since my accident. Been very helpful to me. So, close family, very important. But just to chin up, positive attitude, and beat it. Just overcome it.
Very good. Thank you so much for visiting with us today. So what are the financial implications of your physical disability, and has insurance been helpful in covering any of those financial costs to you?
The prosthesis and the individual parts of them are very expensive. I was originally, I'm a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, and I was originally received assistance from the VA. As I said earlier, I was elected to a position as tax assessor in my home state, and when my income rose above $32,000, the VA discontinued paying for my prosthesis, and that put a heavy burden on me financially. The personal insurance that I carried at the time had a clause in it that basically stated that if I received workman's comp at the time of my accident, then I did not qualify for coverage under their plan. I felt that was a little unfair. Since then, I started being covered under Medicare. They do pay up to 80% of my expenses now with my prosthesis, but I have to cover the remaining part of it. And a new set of arms, new set of prosthesis could run $12,000, $15,000, $18,000 per set. So it gets pretty expensive out of pocket. I would like to see maybe more federal or state financial assistance with people, with disabilities that, certainly if there's an income situation there that need help, I think that's something that someone maybe needs to look into and address for us.
Do you have any particular modifications that you require that cost additional money to you, such as I know that you drive, and I know your vehicle has to be modified somewhat. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I have to have a special ring on the steering wheel. I have to have a dimmer switch on the floor because I can't, the way they do them on the side of the steering wheel now, it's hard for me to do safety purposes. And I do appreciate I drive a General Motors product I have for a long time, and I think Ford does it also, but they have what's called a GM mobility plan. They will pay up to $1,000 when I purchase a new vehicle. They will pay up to $1,000 to assist in the cost of adapting that vehicle for me. And I think that's a great thing that they do.
Very good, thank you.
I mentioned earlier about General Motors, and I think Ford does it too. I'm not sure about the others. When you purchase a new vehicle, they do help you with up to $1,000. If a person is unable to buy a new vehicle and has to have these special appliances put on it, I don't know of any assistance that would be available to help them with those expenses. And I know that some of the adaptations are very expensive. So, if that's not available to someone having to just buy a used pre-owned vehicle, might be something that would be worth looking into to get some assistance for that.
Very good. Definitely. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the information shared in this interview. As a society, I feel that we have made progress in regard to the issue of Americans with disabilities. With continued awareness and education, we can further enhance the quality of life for these individuals. Thank you.